And an email from a man in blue out of Portland saying, why Portland is failing, ... Here we go. Multnomah County District Attorney prosecutes fewer than half of misdemeanor theft cases, including shoplifting. It feels like the shoplifting and the carjacking and the armed robbery, they're all just getting wildly out of control. Are we just getting more and more news stories fed to us? Maybe here on News for Reasonable People? Are we getting more and more news? Or is it actually happening? I think it's actually happening. Multnomah County District Attorney prosecutes 46% of misdemeanor theft cases compared to 93% in Washington County. These are adjoining counties, and 84% in Clackamas County. I was watching the video that went along with this, and I would show you the video, but every time we do, we get demonetized and copyright. They just don't like that. We're doing more of that stuff over there on reasonabletv.com. That's our website with our private content. You can check that out. Got a bunch of content on there. We're able to do that there, and the powers that be, it just kind of works. Well, one of the videos was showing an alleged thief of some sort in the back seat. He was clearly high on something, but he was like telling the police officer, and the cam was on him sitting in the back seat, the criminal in the back seat. And he was saying, where are we going? Where are we going? And the guy goes, Clackamas County courthouse or jail or whatever it is, Justice Center. The guy goes, where's the borderline for Multnomah County? He realized he'd screwed up and he was in the wrong county when he got busted. And he's like recognizing that, oh my gosh, wrong county. I wanted to be in that. I wanted to get busted in that one. How did I get in this wrong county? They're actually going to probably put me in jail. And then there was also a recorded jail call from a guy to his gal or gal to his guy saying, I didn't end up in Multnomah County. You're screwed. You're screwed. Something along those lines, where people are literally recognizing that anything goes in Multnomah County. And that's where Portland is. New data shows Multnomah County District Attorney Mike Schmidt is prosecuting less than half of all misdemeanor thefts sent to his office by police. When there's not prosecution for shoplifting, that's a big problem, said Steven Lien, owner of a retail store in downtown Portland. The numbers come at a time when Portland business owners complain retail theft has risen to new levels. Shoplifting has become more frequent and brazen. I think it's become that way just about everywhere, because this whole organized retail theft is just such a thing. And everybody knows that it's go time. It's go time. But particularly in these areas where you've brought down the level of criminal activity to basically misdemeanors. And then if you're not prosecuting misdemeanors, that's literally just green light. It just gives a green light to criminals that says, go for it, boys. Do your best. Don't let me down. Steal as much stuff as you can, because why wouldn't we? They're not prosecuting. A KGW investigation found thieves stealing armloads of merchandise and walking right out the front door with no fear of being caught. Now, we've seen this dozens and dozens of times. The rampant theft has driven some stores to close or reduce their hours. We've covered that a ton. And I was just watching one. It was a news story sent to me by one of you guys, and it was Imelda's Shoes. Remember Imelda Marcos? It's the wife of was she the president of the Philippines? I can't remember. I was pretty young, and I just remember she had like thousands and thousands of pairs of shoes that she'd bought with citizens' money that she basically just took. A big, big deal. But so somebody had a shoe shop in Portland called Imelda's Shoes that had been there for, I want to say 28 years, 30 years, something like that. And the owner was probably somebody maybe my age, and she wouldn't come right out and say that the brazen theft and the bashing in of windows was why she was closing down this longtime store in Portland. But it was just right simmering on the surface, right? I'm just going to go to a new opportunity. I'm going to leave this opportunity for somebody else to take. And I'm thinking, a shoe shop in Portland? All right. Okay. Yeah. If you're a thrill seeker, because I'm not seeing a lot of people opening up new businesses there, kind of going the other way. We have situations where a shoplifter will actually say, you're not going to prosecute me. I'm not going to jail, Lien said. And that's the reality in Portland and in other cities with this type of justice structure, right? This is just the reality. So why wouldn't these criminals do what they do best, which is steal, sell, rinse, repeat? Yeah, buy those drugs. Buy those drugs. So far in 2022, prosecutors in Multnomah County are prosecuting 46% of theft cases involving less than $1,000 in goods. So there is the threshold. Down in California, it's about the same. I think, what was it, Proposition 47, 48, whatever number it was, reduced that down to 950, I think it was. I mean, it's just insane. If you just steal a little bit of stuff, it's okay. You know, we've seen you in here 100 times, but this the 101st time, we know you're going to show up for your court case. So that's compared to an 84% prosecution rate. So you got 46% in Multnomah County compared to 84% in Clackamas County, 93% in Washington County for the same exact crimes. Literally double in Washington County. More than double, 1% more than double. I am no mathematician. I am no statistician, but I can run those numbers pretty well because double is double, right? So the data shows Multnomah County prosecutors are being asked to tackle fewer theft cases from their counterparts in Washington County. So far in 2022, police have referred a total of 451 felony and misdemeanor theft cases to the Multnomah County District Attorney compared to 1,666 in Washington County. Multnomah County has to have greater levels of criminal activity, right? Has to have greater levels of criminal activity. So some of this is the big system the ecosystem of crime, right? And you don't have enough cops in Portland to be bringing these cases, and you don't have enough cops in Portland to do the follow-up to get sometimes all the information they need to the district attorney. But in turn, the cases that they are getting to the district attorney, these are your numbers, not looking good. Additionally, the numbers show Schmidt is prosecuting fewer second and third degree theft cases than his predecessors in the first 9 months of 2019. Then District Attorney Rod Underhill prosecuted 60% of misdemeanor theft cases compared to Schmidt's 46%. So you got more crime going on. You got less prosecution, less putting of people in jail where they belong if they're stealing a bunch of stuff out there. So this is why Portland is failing. It's no wonder. The numbers are right in front of you. It's just people want to say, well, the system is broken. We need to fix it. What are we going to do? Well, how about you start throwing some people in jail? How about that? How about you start throwing some people in jail? That's where they belong. And then the drug addicts, yeah, you get them into treatment. And the people that have mental health care issues, get them into whatever facility they need to be, because screaming at the trees while living in a tent in downtown Portland, that's not where those folks need to be. Letting them just live their lives until they die at an early rate, an early age, that's not very compassionate. There's no compassion there. Horrible way to live, horrible way to die, right? Numbers in the homeless population in Seattle are showing that they live typically 25 years less than the average population. They die on the average at age 51 versus 76 for your regular population. Life on the streets, not an easy go. And a lot of that has to do with, they're not eating right. They're all those things. Drugs, let's be honest. Drugs. We issue cases we can prove, Schmidt told KGW. That's first and foremost, and that is our focus. That's what the district attorney is saying, why his numbers are down. Because, hey, we're only going to go after the cases that we can, actually win. All right. Well, that's less, isn't it? In addition to prosecution rates, Schmidt argues consideration should also be given to how many cases were referred by police, the strength of the evidence, and outcome of those cases. Well, by the number of criminals running around Portland, I would say that we need to put some more people in jail. So in order for that to happen, you got to prosecute and you got to convict. So I don't hear the Portland Police Department dropping the ball on arrests, other than the fact that there aren't enough of them to make all the arrests that they need to. But that's not their fault. Defund the police, these crazy politicians, Joanne Hardesty in Portland. I mean, those are the ones that you point at and go, all right, how's that working out for you? How's that whole defund the police thing working out? Are crimes elevating? Yeah. Schmidt explained that cases his office dismisses are often rejected because prosecutors don't have the evidence they need. Well, and the cops don't have the amount of time they need or resources they need to put these cases together because they are out, they're spread thin. They can only get to so much at one time. And you only got so many cops to do it. So I think they're doing the best they can. We need some more of these folks off the streets. Frequently, that means video. If there's video that exists and any sort of reports from the loss prevention officers, we need all that information to come to our office so that we can issue those cases. I was reading somewhere in, where was that? I think it was maybe in Chicago. They had basically, I don't know if it was a website or some kind of an area where you could just upload video from your Ring cam, your doorbell or whatever security cam to an area, and it would be a direct link into the prosecutor's office. So then they don't have to go searching around for the video, because a lot of times people don't know how to send video. Oftentimes they're big files and you can't get them through, and it doesn't go through the server, and just kind of a mess. So I think that's one of those things where it makes sense to me. If you have a streamlined ability to have citizens send in their video, that could be helpful. The situation is further complicated by the fact Portland police often lacks the resources to follow up on theft investigation. There you go. Property crimes like shoplifting are rarely solved by police, meaning the district attorney only has the opportunity to charge a fraction of the crimes committed. Statistics do not identify shoplifting specifically, so it's difficult to parse out retail theft from cases unrelated to theft from stores. Critics complain that Schmidt has made Portland an attractive place to commit crimes, such as shoplifting without fear of consequences, a notion he flatly rejects. There's no policy against prosecuting any of these cases, Schmidt said. If we have the evidence we need, we're launching these cases. Yeah, but the numbers don't lie, do they? You're launching less cases. So what else do you need to convict some of these people that are literally running around Portland and Multnomah County willy-nilly doing their own thing? I think some of the other factors that have gone into this is we have, decriminalized drugs in Portland. Not we, they have, the existing politicians and leadership in Portland. You've decriminalized drugs to the point where people, why wouldn't you go to Portland? I mean, any other city is going to have more deterrent to any of this stuff. And so this is why Portland is failing. Retailers admit theft often goes unreported. The shoplifting problem has become so bad, they don't even bother calling the police because they know the police are not probably going to come unless it's something happening in progress. And if they do come, it's going to be way later. They're doing the best they can, but there's only so many cops, and there's other more important phone calls, priority calls to take oftentimes than, hey, my store got jacked again. And yet the number of stores and big businesses leaving Portland, leaving the greater Portland area, though that's a lot of what I focus on here for News for Reasonable People. That is your real indicator. All right, this isn't an area where we want to do business long-term. Nike just closed down its community store that had been there for 30-something years, close to 40 years, because of, you got it, shoplifting. Just, you can't make it go. When all your profit is walking out the front door, and you've got multiple stores and you're a big corporate store, you're going to go, all right, that one with all the theft, with the loss prevention, just walking out the door. You're going to shut that one down. You're going to shut that one down. And you've got it on the videotape. I don't know how many videotapes I've watched where you just see the guy grab a whole bunch of stuff and then run out the front door. And the manager has to kind of just stand there and go, what do I do now? Do I even bother calling the police? What are they going to do? Yeah, dude ran out. We know who he is. His name is this. It's crazy stuff, right? Crazy times. The current system is broken, Lien said. I'm hearing that more and more and more. The system is broken. And it is. It's wildly broken in so many different facets. And the criminals know, all right, you know what this is? This is 2 thumbs up. This is green is go time. Let's do some stealing. And that's what they're doing. And that's why Portland is failing, because the system isn't there to prohibit them from doing exactly what they're doing. And they've been doing for years now. And now it's just exacerbated by fewer police and this kind of stuff. Lack of prosecution, not keeping them off the streets. Pretty basic stuff. We're watching it unfold in front of us in real time. All right. That's it for me. Thanks so much for being here. I'll catch up with you in the next one. Check out reasonabletv.com. That's our website. We've got all the content we do is all there, plus some of the membership stuff. It's a fun site. We're going to be doing more and more stuff. We've got a Discord channel going there. And that is basically online chat room. So we're going to have Discord, going to be able to do all kinds of stuff. Check it out. reasonabletv.com. We're just kind of getting that going. Thanks again for everybody that's joined already as a subscriber and a member. Much appreciated. Allows us to do our thing. Thanks again. We'll catch up soon. Bye for now.